I haven't got a happy greeting tonight because I'm not in a good mood. I've got huge amps in the back of my head and I won't be sleeping tonight. But I'd like to inform you on a new reality. My question is, what are the implications of empowering Satanists to practice their religion? Should there be a plan to empower and employ such persons whom are named and classified as the rainbow of Satan, the rainbow nation, with all government positions? Well, tonight I want to focus on the medical field, namely general practitioners. Excuse the slurred speech, it's all the electronic tremors going through the brain. The enemy is doing practicing, and the enemy is doing it to be empowered with a plan to do what it loves best against God's creation, medical operations. Let's do the terminology of what a Satanist is categorized and documented as without legal rights to practice its religion. That's a thought. A Satanist derives its powers by sacrificing animals, humans, and newborn babies on a pentagram altar to Satan, to be possessed in stages by demons, to do operations with Satan on others, including rape of the dead and cannibalism. Hope they're not working at the morgue too. The more the victim suffers, the more power they receive from Satan. So, for instance, if I sacrifice a newborn baby to take the nail off, then the toe, then the foot, etc., should there be a breach in recruitment and a plan of murder of an antichrist government, should there be, to supply education diplomas as well, and should there be new lives of microchipping, and should the Satanists be those new lives and empowered by IT to live on programs of others of higher education like medical doctors, then a horrid reality could be facing us once more, far worse than the top view of Google that we are completely surrounded. The reality is that the COVID-19 laws don't enable the family of a terminally ill person to be seen or visited in close proximity of its hospital bed, let alone its hospital room, because of the so-called restrictions. Are your loved ones safe at the government hospitals? Maybe not. What about most hospitals in general? Well, government positions, medical doctors, government contracts. If you can't supervise or visit your dying in the hospital room, then you should be sure that you're leaving them with the right person. But then again, you have amazing grace, so that shouldn't be a problem. You are hearing the voice of God. I discovered that persons who are trapped by devices of Satan and are operated by medical and are trapped by the wires of Satan have all been operated, funny enough, by medical doctors, because there is no one else that can trap the human mind and body like a medical doctor. So they range with the Rainbow Nation, all nations of witches operate during power shares. So, for instance, every time I get healing, deliverance, and salvation through Benny Hinn posts, for instance, then they arrive here in troops during the night and reoperate for the next plan. The enemy prowls between 12 and 3 in general, those whom are classified as Satanists that walk with Satan without being seen. This is generally well known between Christians. This includes those whom enter for other reasons the house with Satan without being seen. With all their medical equipment, they arrive with all their medicines and their medical drugs. But those at the hospitals have power to operate with Satan without accusation and identification at any time they please. Beware of the werewolves. They're not yet the vampires that have marching rights in Sea Point. Amy?